Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas. And we are happy to bring you Mr. Drake Bailey today with on this special Labor Day show. And we also have another special guest. We're going to have Christine, the dot connector, participate, and we're also going to have a dean participate because he will be doing a show with me at a later date. But anyway, so let me bring everybody on. I'll bring in the dot connector. Hi, dot connector. I hear you've been chatting in the chat.
Yeah, we've been having a blast for about a half an hour now, I think. And there's people from all over the United States and international. So
Awesome.
Welcome, everyone.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. And here he is, the man on the scene.
I'm just that old troublemaker that neither Dot Connector nor Gail can deal with when I decide to bend things around somebody's mind in such a way that they can't figure out where it started.
Oh, okay. I'm up for the challenge.
Mobius strip.
I know Mobius strip. I know that. I do know that. I study physics, so I got
you did? Okay.
Yeah, now you got somebody who can challenge you, Drake. I'm not.
All right. No, wait a minute. I got something for Dot Connector, and this will give her mind something to do.
Knock his socks off.
You say you know physics, okay? You familiar with the Mobius strip then, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's like if you take a rubber band, break it, turn it 180 degrees and reconnect it, and you can run on that thing forever and not get anywhere, right? Okay. Let's get into bending time. Ooh, I think an Einstein type did that once and really messed everybody up. I'm going to ruin it for everybody. There's an antique sci-fi movie called Dune, and they tell a little about that. This is where we travel great distances or any distance necessary without moving at all.
Oh, that would be great. You know what we were talking about?
How do you think ET travels? The same way.
I have to talk to you about that because in chat we were talking about going to visit healing frequencies in Hawaii, and Tim Potter said my spaceship or yours, and I said, well, let's talk to Drake and we'll get a real big one and we'll pick everybody up in the chat.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, arrange that for us, will you, Drake?
Yeah, let us know when it is. I have to get my bathing suit on.
Yeah, because they promised you.
It's spice.
You got promised you got promised a ship, didn't you, Drake?
Yeah. And I'm waiting for. Do you want an honest discourse in what that really is and what it does?
Sure.
Okay. First of all, people don't understand it, but time and distance both are quanta. That means a quantifiable amount or whatever of a specific subject. I'm not going to say it's reality. Not going to say it's energy or any of that. I'm just going to tell you that much of it. If you take those parameters and apply them, especially in Dune, you'll find out that traveling great distances and over what would normally be great amounts of time, both fold into spherical dynamics, something I have taught about. And interactive spherical dynamics is where you have two unlike, one this way, one that way, that come together and become one and the same, so that when you're at this distance, all of a sudden the distance goes to zero. At the same time that happens, time also goes to zero. Now, if you'll notice, a 0 is a round circle. A round circle in plane geometry that you would write on a piece of paper can also be spherical.
Right. You're just seeing the 2D representation of it.
Yeah. And you've got two dynamics in spherical representation that equal 36 degrees one direction and 36 degrees the other direction. And when you combine the two, you come up with the number 72. 72 is a neat number in that. I turn my calculator on here. When multiplied by 5, you get 360.
Oh, interesting.
What is, wait a minute, what's really interesting is that this point over here and this point over here become one and the same. And if you let go of this one, your origin, you go to the destination.
Okay.
That's traveling without moving. That's where you bend time and space to become one, unicular or one, singularity. And that singularity then put itself in a position to be pure. And a pure singularity is this.
Kind of like the Stargate series, the Stargate movie. Have you watched that?
Yes, and the theorems in it are not correct.
Oh, really? But well, I was just thinking of the triangulation of the destination.
It's sci-fi. You got to remember, it's sci-fi. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in science fiction, you can make up anything you want. Therefore,
so they put a little truth and then they lie.
Well, it's not. Yeah. It's not actually a lie. It's just something that they decide they're going to talk about that they don't know anything about what they're talking about.
Okay.
It's not actually like they actually. A lot of people actually believe what they show in that.
So they're not. It's not like they're intentionally lying or anything like that. It just happens to be they
haven't set out to deceive somebody. They just simply put themselves in a position where.
They had to make things up.
Well, the relative truth is simple. You have to count the number of star diagrams. When you do, you come up with the number 36. That 360 degrees is a flat or one circle. If you make that into a sphere, you count the full degrees. One goes around one way, the other one goes around the other way, and you get 720 degrees. 5 times number of man, 5 times 72 is 360, meaning that you have completed the Mobius strip from start to finish. Ooh, everything that has a beginning has an ending. Consequently, the ending would be the separation from the origin to the destination. Simple. It's not complicated. But physics has problems with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some physicists that started drinking them when I explained that to them.
Well, I'm sure there's all types of physics we're going to learn going forward, right?
Yes, because just like everything else, every single field, whether it be medical, whether it be physics, whether it be education, whether it be whatever it be, everything's going to change because we were lied to about everything, and a lot of things they told us just wasn't true.
Yeah.
Also known as lies.
You know what vegetarian translates to in certain of our redskin languages? Poor hunter. That's the door open. Oh,
that's funny. Well, you don't want to go there. We don't want to go there. Okay.
Well, ET has specified or specifically stated that we need to eat lighter. In other words, we need to cut down on the heavy things like meat and whatnot, and get it into the balance that it's supposed to have. In other words, your fruits, veggies, and salads and all that have a certain value. And if you take that value
living.
and balance it with the quote meat value, then you're feeding all of yourself. And then you got people like Gail that like to feed your mind stuff, and dot connectors even worse.
What? I missed that. Oh, you're lucky I missed that.
Yeah, you just wait. We'll remember that.
Oh, I know you will. I have no doubt.
So you can expect it at some point when you least expect it.
We got less than 30 days before the transition. Oh, did you hear about the Bed Bath & Beyond guy jumping out the window today?
Oh, yes,
He jumped out a 20-story window and went splat on the sidewalk.
And there was some CEO
Are
too
you
in Russia did the same thing. I don't know what company he was in charge of, but they've been jumping out of windows or being pushed out of windows.
Remember, if you'll remember, I told people this about a year ago. People going to be jumping out windows and going that well. Guess what? Trudeau done lost it and closed Canada. Period. Think about that very carefully. Closed Canada. Wonder what the people are going to say about that.
What do you mean closed them?
Yeah, how do you close Canada? What do you mean?
Yeah. What happened?
I mean, Iron Curtain closed, nothing in, nothing out, nobody in, nobody out. Nothing goes on without Trudeau saying, "Oh, I bless you, child," or any of that crap. I'm trying to be nice, but I don't like people of the nature of Trudeau because Marxists make me mad. It boils my blood. I get this twitch, and I want to grab them by the. Anyway, we'll leave that alone.
Okay.
I don't want to go there.
They're going to have to physically remove him, the people of the Canadians.
How about we physically remove his brain with a cannon?
Okay.
Let's execute the mother. Good grief.
What about one of those plasma guns you got in the back?
About a 5-inch howitzer works. If you haven't seen the sci-fi movie Battleship, I suggest you do. They use a 5-inch howitzer on one of the ETs. Works pretty good too, except it's messy.
Tim Potter says, "God, we need you now." Have you heard that song, by the way, Tim? There's a song out just that says exactly that, and it's a good one. It's a very good one. Anyway, let's see.
Well, I know one thing we were going to talk about today was ascension symptoms and the Schumann resonance being really high and how everybody was feeling. And in the chat, people were talking about being fatigued, trouble sleeping, but a lot of dreams, stuff like that. My ears were ringing so loud. So we were going to talk about that a little bit, I thought.
Well, what you got to remember is that energy created in a certain form, such as this light that's shining on things right now. See, I can turn that up. See how bright that got? Okay. We can have a lot of fun with this.
Okay, let's do that.
Fun is good. I like funners.
Yeah.
When was the last time you rode a roller coaster?
Oh boy, that was a long time ago.
I've been on one.
It
feels like,
Yeah. Well, you're riding a roller coaster right now. It's a combination of things. And the first thing that you'll notice is the side effects, let's say, of the Schumann frequency going nuts. And I mean, it has gone wacko. Okay. The second part of it is that you're going to have pulsations from the sun. Also, wacko. Let's see. Well,
it's upgrading us, though. I mean, there's good parts to it, too.
Yes, and it's supposed to be balanced, and it's a little wacky right now. So when it gets balanced again, it'll get better. You won't feel like you're falling off a building or anything. When you're standing on the floor, you're going to look down and, well, I don't see no hole.
Oh,
Boy,
but Teresa Gregory just said that CEOs were jumping out of windows. It sounds like the Great Depression area. I guess that was happening then too.
yeah. Well, there was a lot of them on Wall Street that thought they could fly. Woohoo! You know, and couldn't tweet out the window. You have
Here's a question for you, Drake.
what? Does the GCR digital banking have to be done by the 15th? No,
Okay.
has to
I didn't
be
mean
done.
to.
It will. When I understand, it's supposed the quantum banking system is supposed to be completed and operational before the transition. That means that everybody's got money can can get their money back. It's not a situation where you lose it. It's not a situation where you're giving it up or anything like that. Oh, resignations. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. That was, keep.
I'll tell you what's far out. Look at stupid California. Well, we're going electric. Now they got tonight an emergency. They declared it at about 4:35 o'clock.
An electrical emergency.
Yeah, the whole electric grid is screwed.
And they just told
Really?
people, yes, and they just told people that they couldn't buy gas cars anymore, or they passed some kind of
Oh, that's terrible.
law
The
that
whole I'll tell you what's funny. The whole of the petroleum industry, to include the automotive and trucking industry, is ready to close its doors and move. Think about it very carefully. What's
Move
going to
where?
be left to get? I don't know. Any place but California.
Oh,
Any
okay.
place, any place but where they're going to turn your lights out because you're there.
Well, it's really
You know,
silly because it takes more gas or more energy than what you create out of the system. And people, they were also talking somewhere, it might have been California, where they said, "Oh, you really shouldn't use the fast charging place, and you should only charge it from 20% to 75%, or you waste your battery will die faster." Something like that. It was really bizarre.
well, there's several things that go about this. One, the electric vehicle or EV, and I don't care which one you make, it doesn't matter, is 40% higher in its carbon footprint than a big
Mhm.
old gas guzzling boat. Give me
Right.
my Cadillac and get out the way.
Now, what kind of
Hey.
green sense does that make? I mean, come
the
on.
only carbon
Well,
footprint that they really want to get rid of is us.
Sure.
Well,
That is
I volunteer
billions of
AOC
us.
and a few others to go first.
I couldn't agree more.
Because AOC, now here's what you got to remember. There was no penalty for AOC screwing up Texas and causing people to freeze to death.
Oh, that
Well,
was terrible.
in my summation, it should be simple. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Fine. Let's snatch up AOC in all her glory and put her and anchor her somewhere in Texas and let her go through the winter down there.
Good idea.
You could freeze some things off of her. Nobody
Yeah.
would complain about it.
Yeah, just like there's a lot of
What's
people that
what's
shouldn't
this
hold.
you had is that a question or a statement or what is that? True that
Oh, that
was.
was just a statement. Yeah, true. That was all CGI. It's the media that needs to go. Well, no, I don't know where that question came from exactly.
What exactly
I don't
are
know what was
CGI?
CGI, computer generated images. And I'm not sure if you would put in that post, Larry, what CGI you're referring to. Are you still there?
I don't know what the CGI would be.
Yeah, I'm maybe he'll answer us. I don't know.
It says Brazil is turning their internet on and off.
Yeah. And she said they're afraid that it might really go off, is what she's saying.
Well, we are going to experience the internet and our computation systems going offline. Okay, this is part of the reset of things. uh, and when it comes back on, those who have equipment that's rather expensive and or custom or whatever will be offered a new computer that is quantum based. Ooh, I like that. I'd love to
Oh
get a
wow.
computer and quantumize some people I know.
Some people will go for withdrawal if there's any delay between those two things.
Well,
Some people look at their computer every day.
every country is going through the same crap. We're trying to crap. They're
Yeah.
trying to starve us all or freeze us of deficit. I already said, and I'll say it again, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Now that comes from
Yeah.
Roadhouse. If you don't,
Yeah.
when
I
it
don't
was the
like
R
that.
movie,
I've read that. I've read it a couple of times, backing up exactly what you're saying. Drake, is the next couple months could be kind of rough.
yeah.
Okay. So
So
put on the armor of God, as they say, and be prepared.
stock
And
up on books.
stock up on books. Yeah, I got some books. Yeah, and I have to wear double glasses to see them lately. I don't know. I wonder, did anybody in the chat have any problems with vision at all, like more blurry than usual, or anything like that? Because it seems like that's something that's been affecting me.
We're both wearing glasses and you can't see. Is that?
Yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. The sunglasses are not strong enough, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. But let's
I
see.
use T-Mobile Internet. Keep going
I know
on.
my eyes are worse.
Where
That's
are
all.
we?
You did what?
I said my eyes are worse than they used to be all of a sudden. I don't know why.
It's called old age.
Oh, quit it. Oh, just quit it. That's what
Yeah.
everybody says. But it doesn't have to be that way.
All of a
It's not.
sudden.
It's just
what I mean?
yeah, it's too sudden. That's something that kind of progresses over time, I would think, and it seems like it's manifested more recently, and I think it's related to the changes on the planet and our DNA and all that kind of stuff.
I agree.
Which is also why I think everybody is as fatigued and tired. I'm sure people complained about that, isn't it? I mean, I've heard people tell me, "Oh my God, I slept 12 hours," or stuff like that.
Well, it's been raining here for 2 days, and it don't look like it's going to quit anytime soon. So at least the frogs is happy, and the fishes are grinning and all that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So, is there anything we can do to lessen these symptoms, Drake?
Oh boy. One, eat correctly. That's correct. Intake of foods and whatnot. And remember I said balance. Right now we eat a lot of meat. Well, it's gonna just come down. You don't eat very much meat, but you got to eat a lot of veggies or salads or whatever.
Fruits are really good too.
Okay, that's one. Number two, get yourself some good supplements, and there are a bunch there.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Get good supplements from good companies, and what you're going to find.
I'm going to have to say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Drake. Some of the supplements that I suggest, that I'm affiliate linked with, I've done research on, and so has the Dot Connector, and they can be very helpful to people. Anywhere from the Legit to the hemp paste to the Modexus products. They all have, they're all would be beneficial. But anyway, okay, there are others out there too. It's not just mine. There's a whole bunch of other ones, but I'm just an affiliate, so that doesn't mean I don't own the company or anything. I just get a little percentage.
She makes 2 cents off each one sold, so she's
that's about what it amounts to sometimes.
Here's the thing. When I say supplements, I mean that there are certain things that you can't get any other way except supplements. I'm sorry, but that you get the plant, and the plant itself is poisonous. And if you don't know how to extract a supplement, you can really screw yourself up. So I recommend usual things in terms of the things that handle what you need. Number 3, don't drink too much, smoke too much, or enjoy yourself too much. It may be hazardous to your health.
And that is the too much part is what
Yeah.
you're really emphasizing.
You stay away from sugar and salt and artificial this or that. Number 3 is a real bummer because all of your manufactured foods and all of your fast food joints are to some extent adulterated.
Very
You don't,
high
you
sodium
don't want
too,
to
like
eat
you
an
said.
adulterated tomato, do you? You know, I mean, there's if you go and eat some of the things that have been eaten for thousands of years, and that's like the original organic wheat, and you can get that from Egypt. I did find out that they are producing, not only producing, they make packages so you can grow your own. And when you do, you let 3 or 4 go to seed. You got more stuff to grow. If you grow something in a pot on the back porch or on a balcony, it is better for you by 70 to 90% than anything you can buy in a grocery when it's fresh. Food Lion happens to be a grocery chain that I happen to like for the simple fact that they actually have certified, now try this, you'll love this, certified organic stuff. And by that I mean celery and tomatoes and carrots and Okay, the certification process ain't something somebody should take lightly. Okay, everybody that works real hard, wouldn't you like to get a little benefit out of what you eat? um, Around here, now I live in the mountains of West Virginia. Around here, none of the ranchers, farmers, etc., believe in chemicals. So uh, when you see free range, grass fed stamped on a label for meat or whatever, um, you'll find out that it is what it says because these people went through the certification process and are rechecked regularly.
Well, and
Go ahead.
that's a good thing because you wouldn't want any the grass fed, and that's normal. I mean, that's the way the other food that you get in the many of the supermarkets are come from if you're talking about beef, and then chicken has its own issues as well, but you know they've had hormones put in their ears. Okay, those little tags have a lot of them have hormones on them, and then they feed them out in a feedlot for 3 months on GMO corn, and that definitely gets into
That's
their
like a
system.
glow in the dark, man. You can find them easier.
That's about it. Anyway, okay, let's see.
I think good water really is one of the keys, and you can pray over it or bless it. Somebody was saying, have binaural beats playing into the water, whatever. Since water has so much memory, we can affect it positively, I think.
Oh, we definitely can. It does have memory, and I think Dr. Emoto proved that. And the words, and this is what's really important. If you think of what Dr. Emoto did and proved with words, with love versus hate, and the different way it would crystallize, if you just think about that and know that we are 80% water, our bodies, so our thoughts, we need to purify our thoughts. We need to get rid of negative programming, negative self-talk, jealousy, anger, envy, all those low vibration things.
Let me ask you something. Does that mean that people that ain't right are going to turn into an ice cube?
If you want, you can manifest that, I'm sure.
Okay, I don't know where that came from, but all right.
You might turn it now. If you don't turn it into an ice cube, you might turn it into fertilizer for everything else. So,
yeah. Well, maybe you could extract some of the water and see if what happens to it when it crystallizes, and you know where you're at.
That sounds painful.
It might be, but I don't know.
My
Maybe not.
problem. Accenting my eyes are blurry. And then they
So
look
that's
out.
somebody I've had the same problem. My eyes are, I mean, even with my glasses, I still like if something is real small print with my glasses, I used to be able to read it. Now I have to almost put on 2 pairs of glasses. So it's not cool.
We supposedly got a new deal that takes care of that.
I can't wait.
Anyway.
And what I wanted to mention was that Wata, Gail.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we've had videos on all this stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
What do we do?
I just don't have any right in front of me right now.
Well, Doc, what is it?
That's a polarized water that's very high in electrons, and that's what most people need, because we are bombarded with positive ions, and we need to and again, it goes back to what you were saying, balance. You know, just like the ions in the body. You know, we need more negative.
Fasten your seatbelt and put your tray in the upright position and all that.
Right. So anyway, Wata is a great water. The company is in Florida. The worst part about it is the shipping cost. That's the worst part about it. But if you do happen to try it or anything, let them know that you got the information from Free Range. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but I wish they had that program.
They might consider you an affiliate if you get enough customers for them.
Yeah. And if we do, then maybe they can decrease the shipping costs with Amazon, because they are on Amazon. That's where you can get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you can get it from I think it's aquanew.com too.
Yeah.
Or you can just Google the Wata and you'll find it.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
I thought you pronounced it water. W-A-T-T-R.
This is W-A-T-T for the electrolysis involved. So it's Wata. It's extra electron.
Like watt.
Extra, it's like electrified.
So this water is its own.
It's 5th phase. You know, you've heard of 4th phase. Everybody knows about 4th phase water. Well, this man that creates this water product, besides purifying it immensely, he also injects it with a I don't know how to say that correctly, but a water gas that's 5th phase water. So he actually discovered the 5th phase of water, which is the way our cells actually utilize it. So, and you can read all about it on the website. He's got all kinds of research. He has to be very careful what he says because of, you know who, the FDA, you know.
Bite out of your apple, you know that.
Yeah, we're going to be, isn't it going to be nice when all those 3-letter agencies are disbanded?
Well, not all of them are going to be disbanded. They're going to be
revamped.
They're going to be reconfigured to live up to to what they are supposed to be, which is a little bit different than.
That's nice.
Totally getting rid. What's this? What did you think?
Yeah. What did you think of Trump's speech with the Rolling Thunder? I didn't see it, so I can't comment on it. Did you see it? Oh, you did? Okay.
How about you, Dr. Nectar? Did you like it?
Did you see it?
Did I like what?
The Trump speech.
Trump's speech with the Rolling Thunder.
I don't watch that stuff. Sorry.
Oh, well, I watched it just out of curiosity what he had to say.
Yeah.
And 2 things he said. He hit all the topics. I mean, you name all of them. And he said one thing that kind of stuck in my head a little bit, and that is, I may have to do this again to straighten things out. And it's one little remark, and I thought, holy moly, do you know what you just did? You got a bunch of liberals and leftists and Marxists and all that are pulling their hair right out of their head.
Chomping at the bit.
I did hear one thing about that speech, that he mentioned Q, and he didn't previously, and why is he pulling this out of his pocket now, kind of thing.
Everybody's been asking him to acknowledge Q.
Okay.
People don't know. You remember we had a thingamabob going on that was all this I Spy 007 and all that. And the spy was called Deep Throat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna hit you on the head with something that's gonna really mess you all
Oh, it's
up.
gonna hurt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, ha. Guess who is the mentor? Who was the mentor for Deep Throat? Q. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Let
That's
me
cool.
let me
Mm.
express this to people because a lot of them don't know. I have connections you just would not believe until you hear the result.
Mm.
And my idea is to leave those out until such time, um, and leave them out until such time as they are willing to come out of the darkness. Reach out of the darkness. You remember that song?
Yeah, we're gonna shine the light on them. Okay,
Yeah.
I just put this up real quick because I people need to know this. I know it's been said before, but there's environmental working group puts out this every year and it changes every year, and it tells you buy the clean 15, and which is regular fruit and vegetables, or the dirty dozen. You have to buy organic because the number of pesticides on it would blow you away, and poison you. So
I just glow in the dark when I eat that stuff.
yeah, so it's very
Yeah.
important that you. I just want to put that up there for that information.
Oh.
Mary is she said this earlier too, and this is what I was talking about with talking about, solutions and manifestation and how we can, get through this period. And you can read that she needs some encouragement, and we need to bring our hearts together for sure.
Okay. Everything nasty you can think of that might be bugging you or bothering you or screwing with a friend of yours or whatever goes. Ain't that sweet? Mm. Um, there are a bunch of things going to take place. Quantum banking is going to come in before the transition, along with quantum computing. And the reason for those two is because of the quantum banking system. Now, the global currency reset goes back to the gold backed currency. And all of a sudden, you'll notice that the change you get at the bank, it's golden color. Ooh, how about that? When you start seeing that, then you know that that the switch has been made. The other part is that no one, and that's small people and people with a good heart. By that I mean no people that have done things the right way, will be hurt in any way, shape, or form by these things going on.
Oh, thank God.
Uh, all of us, and this is something that everybody needs to be aware of. Uh, you have a measure of protection guaranteed to you by the Creator by way of cosmic law. You got a little, umbrella thingy over your head, kind of deal. Um, and you will be protected from things you can't stand or stand up to. Those things won't get to you. Um, you'll find that a lot of the things that the church and churches have done ain't right. That will be made plentifully obvious. There's going to be videos and classes on that. Uh, Slightly before and after, mostly after, but slightly before and after the transition. You're going to have physical sensations of, oh, I fell through the floor and it's 500 stories to the street below. Whoo! What is this, a Matrix? No. Uh, you will have all kinds of funny things going on until such time as the transition takes place. When it does, the option is twofold. You can either sleep for 3 days or a day and a half or however long it takes, or you can maintain, and this is funny, maintain your consciousness and watch. Oh boy. Personally, I'm going to stay awake because I want to see the light show. What's this? Get your pH alkaline.
Alkaline. Yeah,
My
that helps.
alkaline, my alkalinity goes to certain things that you get in a little box at the grocery. You put a teaspoonful of baking
Yeah,
soda in a glass of water and drink it,
exactly.
and you'll find out that there are a lot of things. What's this?
What?
What on earth is going on? That's good
What
grief.
What?
happened? What happened? What happened?
Anyway, so without the help of people like Gail and Dot Connector, I'd just be another old fuzz face hillbilly in the woods hollering about stuff.
Hmm.
Well, we're
Okay.
glad you're here, Drake. We
Yes.
Well,
appreciate it.
And so are a lot of other people. So we are more than
Yeah.
happy to be here with you and enjoy this whole thing. Anyway, get your
I
pH
just
alkaline, and you were talking about baking soda, which is very inexpensive and really makes a big difference in your health because we're
yeah
more alkaline beings that we should be, and
supposed to be
or
And
acidic
if
and
you
inflamed because
dog,
we're not. Now,
eat
and
too many
Lisa,
hot dogs, eat too many burgers, go to Burger King.
oh, you might be
but
getting human meat too.
even
I
for
hate
a
to say that.
cold, you can nebulize with it, right, Dale?
Yep.
With what? Oh, definitely. Yes. Yes. Yes.
With the
Yes.
baking soda in
Yes.
good water, maybe the
Yep.
wata kind of
The what?
stuff,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Symptoms of radiation
you
poisoning.
Yeah,
nebulize with it.
Lisa, I was wondering what the reason I put that up is I don't know what you were referring to as symptoms of radiation poisoning. So if you want to let us know, that would be cool.
I'll give you something everybody can look at. You got a fancy cocktail of drugs in all of the things: food, water, air, you name it. Number two, um, there have been a few atomic disasters, and they have raised the background radiation 20%. 20%. Now, I hate to tell you,
Whoa, that's a
10% is
lot.
20% is really, really nasty. Now, there's an iodine substance that you can get that will ward off the symptoms and problems a living organism has with radiation.
Wait,
Wow.
what causes the
So
radiation?
we're getting microwaved, basically.
Well, all my
Well,
plants in the garden are fried, absolutely fried, and they never were.
That's what's happened to some of my plants too.
They're burned, literally scorched.
okay, well, now that's not a drought situation, right?
No, I'm in
Okay,
Pennsylvania.
very simply, well, check this out. Take a wire. It has to be a solid core copper wire,
Copper.
and yeah, and
Okay.
you take a stake. That can be a fence post or whatever, a metal stake, and you put it into uh, a coffee can, and the coffee can you fill the coffee can with dry. Now this is the fun part: high silver content mixture of concrete. You just stick the stick down there, put it in the ground, bury that mother all up. Leave about foot and a half, 2 feet out of the ground. Now, this is gonna delight you something terrible. Um, you know how you give a urine sample at the doctor's office, you whiz in the bottle.
Um,
I'm telling you to get a coffee can and whiz like crazy. Get it all out. Then take it out there and pour it on your plants. That's first. Secondly, you take this copper wire, you stick it about this deep, 6 inches or so in the ground. Now you take the insulation off, stick that part in the ground, wrap it around. Let me see here. If you're south of the equator, you wrap it around
counterclockwise.
counterclockwise. If
Yeah.
you're north of the equator, you wrap it around clockwise.
Yeah.
You stick about 3 inches up above the stake, stripped. And if your garden doesn't start improving within about 3 days, take a piece of tin foil, like you kind of on a roll that you cover the roast up with. Take a sheet of tin, take a piece of tin foil. You can just make it a square out of however wide it is, and stick that over the top of that copper, and you're going to be amazed as to what transpires in terms of the difference in your garden. All your stuff
Wow.
will turn green. All your plants will start having flowers and all that. Our bean plants are still having flowers. The same with the silly tomatoes. I mean,
Wow.
it's unbelievable as to what you can do.
I'll have
Now,
to write that one down.
Yeah,
okay,
I'll
I
have
was,
to.
you got to get your potting soil. I don't recommend garden soil. I recommend potting soil. It's cleaner, and you want to take about a third of one brick. That's a little bitty amount. It's about the size of a quarter, maybe. Powder it. Make sure it's powder. Okay. Then you want to whatever you're planting, you want to distribute that. Okay, 1/4 goes about 2.5 feet or 2 feet, let's say, and that will energize the growth capabilities of your plants. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, the corn goes from about 4 foot tall and funky looking to 9 foot tall and healthy. That sort of
Wow.
we should
a little
seriously write
over.
that down to share with people
Yeah, really.
because
Well,
growing and food right now is
It's
important.
really important.
you want to get it. You want to get into the other part of it. I can grow tomatoes in the dead of winter below zero.
Okay.
I used
Yeah.
to,
Well, we'll have
I
to
used
talk.
to, I used to thoroughly amaze my neighbor. She's like 89 years old and had one of them button ups that buttoned all the way up under her nose, kind of thing, and high top boots. And she come over one day and said, "What are you grow? What are you doing?" I said, "Tending my tomato plant." "You got tomato plants?" I said, "Yeah." "You want a tomato?" "Well, sure." I pulled her off a beefsteak that was probably the size of almost as big as her head, right? Nice, bright red job. Pull it out. There you go.
Wow.
Road did in the winter. Well, we only had about 18 inches of snow at the time. Um,
Wow.
you can believe it. It
Here's a
works.
question. Here's a question for you. Drake, what can you say about the possibility of Trump being arrested? Also, what kind of things should we be looking out for this coming week?
Okay, first of all, Trump ain't going to be arrested. Um, he don't. They don't want to have a bunch of FBI agents. A certain judge that's very liberal with his signatures, and people of that age. You don't want the heads of the agencies going to jail. You just don't want that. And that's what would happen. These people have violated a bunch of laws and they can be held accountable if you get the right people. Trump is connected to the right people. Okay, that's one. Now, what can you expect this next week? Well, you're going to have some more dingleberries jumping out of windows. I can tell you that. That's not going. That ain't going to stop. About you probably got another week of that at least. Let's see here.
Those are the kind of people too. They were also involved in. It's not just a money thing, but they were also involved in child trafficking.
Yes, and it's not
So,
limited. It's not limited to children. We have people, full-fledged adults, that are being trafficked as well, among other things. What
yeah.
has to happen is very simple. Um, I would put a computer generating device around their waist that was attached to their goodies. That's all I'm going to say, male or female, whatever. And anytime
Okay,
they,
Drake.
anytime they violate certain
Okay, Drake.
limits, they get a large dose of electricity right where it counts.
Is
Uh-huh.
it time for a break or something? What's going on?
No, not time for a break. We're having fun.
You're getting a little
Yeah.
feisty there.
I'd like to catch some of these people that think they know everything. I'd like to catch their whatever's in their zipper.
Yeah. Well,
That can include hair if it's a female or whatever if it's a boy.
so somebody keeps asking, I'm sorry, I don't e- is the RV happening this year?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Now, what you're going to have is a global currency reset to a gold-backed currency that's coming in. So,
Thank God.
no, they haven't overturned the 2020 election yet.
I thought they had. I've heard.
Right now we got 5 states that were the pivotals that are going through the process of showing, not determining, but showing the fraud.
Okay,
So
well, I have. I
next week,
can I add what I've read? I've read that
throw it out there.
it was indeed overturned, but it's under wraps, like stealthily, or
It's sealed.
yeah, that's the right word. Okay.
Well, you just gotta. The legal process is so screwy right now. Everybody and their mother-in-law is ignoring the law. All these kids that run around grabbing and all this, people that do smash and grab, everybody's ignoring the law. Guess what? It may take about a day and a half. ET already has plans for them. They know who they are, where they live, etc. And guess what?
Good.
Your goodies are in the ringer.
And rightly so.
Yes.
Humanity has suffered long enough.
Well, they had a couple of different mayors and a couple of different governors on that said that we're going to have law enforcement if I have to send in the National Guard or somebody else with machine guns and automatic weapons. Hey, BLM, you've been put on notice. Hey, Antifa, haven't heard a squeak out of Antifa. I guess all of those guys went back to living in the basement at grandma's.
They sure have gotten quiet, haven't they?
Thank you at Healing Frequencies. Thank you so much for your donation.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just gonna put up where'd it go? I lost
Oh,
it.
I got. Whoa! No, you don't get away that easy.
Wait a minute. I'm working on. Oh, thank you, Healing Frequencies, very much.
Now, boy,
Shima.
who gets to send first and why?
Galactic command of God so much.
So Drake, right? If the ETs come, right?
Yeah.
How would I know that this is a good ET or a not so good ET that's trying to trick me?
They're required if they wish to exist to tell you. That's a cosmic law. That ain't up to me. It's a cosmic law.
Are they going to wear a label and a certain say, "Hi, I'm a good ET"?
It might be right here. All you have to do is say, "Are you good or bad?" And you do that 3 times. Okay. You're good. You're a good one. Huh? Are you a good one? Huh? Are you a good one? Well, are you a bad one? Are you a bad one? Are you a bad one? Well, they got to elucidate as to which they are for the simple fact that they wish to continue existence. They can be uncreated, and that scares them to death because they don't exist any longer.
Right.
Everything that they have done is wiped out. I mean, effects, whatever. You want to get into the real fun of it. If you're a contactee or you know somebody who's a contactee, and tell them to show you. That's a visualization where they transfer a thought or a picture to your head.
Okay.
What uncreation is. They've got videos. ET would be willing to share it with you on a personal basis to another person so that other person would really know. And believe me, you don't want that. Huh? What I do?
Here's a question. Drake, did they shred the ballots from the 2020 election on the 3rd of September? I think that was the cutoff date, wasn't it? Because they could. I think I know why they're asking that question. Did they?
The problem became that the shredders got stuck. They couldn't shred anything. They had to go get more shredders, and they got more shredders, and they got the 2020 election. There was a lot of things shredded. They tried to shred the Constitution. They didn't get very far.
Okay. I don't know if we can talk about that too much, or they might, not let this channel go. So we might better move on.
We got 2 strikes, Drake. We're working on 2 strikes. One more and we're gone. So We need all the support we can get.
Yes.
And we need to watch what we say. Okay.
You don't
Okay.
have no idea all the stress involved in that. The idea that they would take everything down, everything.
Yes.
All my
So-
videos would be gone, and there's
I'll
like
put my
400 of them.
link, Gail, I'll put my dot connector YouTube up in the chat for people to subscribe to as our backup. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ricardo. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. What's this one? Well, there's truth in that statement too.
I didn't get to read it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was about, okay, let me see if I can find it again. Not, oh, okay, here it is. Not all in religion is evil. Many beautiful truths also live within.
True. You got to get to you have to get to the purity of their belief. I'm looking at one right now. Rita Pierce. Kim Gogan said last night, one Osaban is no more. It's not him anymore. Why do you ignore galactic command of God? So much for respect. I respect God much more than people realize. I don't respect lies about him, whether it's contained in the Bible or the Quran or where. I don't respect the people that foster such things that are untruths. Now, the thing about it is this: if you wish, and that's if you really want to know and you want to get it going, ask God. Think about this. Ask God to dump out a blessing that rectifies all of that.
Yes. Thank you.
Be amazed.
Yeah, you would. And we have to be grateful for the blessings that we receive, really grateful and thank him,
And that's something that we need to learn. We need to learn unconditional love, because we were really taught conditional love. And
be thankful.
Right now, everything that we think and do will materialize in events in the future, which is why it's so important to purify your thoughts, words, and deeds, and practice compassion and helping your neighbor. And we need to work together in unity. Humanity has got to come together. That's one of the most important things that need to happen yet. And as more and more people wake up, we're getting closer to that all the time. I just had some figures I think I took down, which are kind of interesting. Let me see if I can find it. The Pew Research has done some research, which is really interesting. 11% they say have lost confidence in the media. Only in 1993, 46% thought that the media was good. Now only 11% think that. The trust in the government in 1965 was 75%. Now it's under 22% in 2022. So people are waking up. They are getting it. I mean, I got to the point, and I agree with this. I saw this meme where it said, you don't even have to do research anymore. If you can't see what's going on, doesn't make any sense, you're not paying attention.
Well, a lot of people are realists, and I'll give them a little realist aspect and look at things. I don't know how many people have ever used a hammer, drive a nail, ding, 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 ding. Well, you ever hit your thumb with a hammer? Ooh, you say some choice things. I'm talking about hitting it hard where it bleeds. Okay. There's two ways to look at that, and only two ways: positive and negative. The negative is where you say a bunch of things that nobody should hear. We've got plenty of those in the English language. Or the positive thing. Whoo, Lord, I screwed up and hit my thumb with a hammer, and oh man, that just can you fix that? And all of a sudden the pain starts going away, and the bleeding stops, and you go, wow. Now that's like the 25 cents that somebody paid for a passage on a ferry. Well, what's the miracle worth? He missed the ferry, so he walked across. Give the guy a quarter anyway. What is the fun? What is the fun and games that you realize in all this? Very simple. Somebody asked him, uh, "You missed the thing, but you gave him money anyway." Well, what is a blessing worth? Ooh.
Priceless.
So the good feeling, being charged up and all that, you can get that from running up and down stairs.
Look at that. Yeah, look at this, Drake. Earth Angel just let us know there's 288 people watching, 66 likes, and hit the like button and thank you, and please subscribe. We really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much,
Well,
everyone.
what I hope
Thank
to
you.
see, what I hope to see is 144,000. That's a nice
Can you
round
explain
number.
that? Can you talk about that, Drake?
144,000. What, to 12 tribes?
144,000. Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Divide 144,000 by 12. What do you get?
12,000.
12,000. Now, I'm going to suggest several things. One, the church screwed with the Bible. Well, it doesn't matter if somebody likes it or doesn't like it. If you go look it up, you'll find the truth. Now, so you got 144,000, 12 tribes. That doesn't mean it counts everybody that's pregnant. It don't mean that they count all the kids. Those are adults. Bear this in mind. Those are adults who can make decisions about what the condition of the world and the other people around them should be. Remember, should be. Being thankful, like I am today. This is Labor Day. I thank everybody that's working. Just that simple.
Yeah.
Not complicated. Okay. Everybody that's living in grandma's basement, get yourself up off of your and go out and get some kind of employment. It can be one day a week. But remember what the Bible said. And this is a quote. He who does not work shall not eat. Ooh. I guarantee you, if you cut the food supply off to people that don't work, you wouldn't have any openings at any companies, no matter where they were. They'd all be filled by somebody, garbage collector or somebody. Anyway, the thing is, you take biblical principle and apply it. It's sort of like multiplies. It gets bigger. It's like yeast rising in a way.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes, I agree. I'm just saying.
Okay.
He's ready for a fight. No.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. And if you can learn how to read, and this is difficult, believe me. You can learn how to use your discernment in much better ways than you think. First way is you look at the politics, you read about it, and your discernment says, the alarm bells go off. Now something ain't right with that place, or that thing, or that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo. What do? Well, you keep running until you find a place that's got the right sorts of things. The principles, and that's the only thing I teach. I don't teach the fun and games religiosity that a lot of churches teach. I teach the principles. Here's a principle. Everybody's afraid of the dark. Ooh. I mean, close your eyes, cover your face with your hand, and don't be able to see nothing. Now get up and walk around the room. Oh boy, that's gonna be it's gonna be hard on your shins. Your toes is liable to get stubbed. But here's the thing: there's a parable or a story, as a parable is known as, in the Bible, about a about a bushel and a candle. They took a candle, lit the candle, put it on the table, dripped a little wax and stuck it on there, and put a bushel over it. It was dark in that house. And a certain well informed individual says, now take the basket off of that candle. Right? They did what they were told, took it off, sit it down. I want to ask you a question, and whether or not you're aware. Notice how much darkness fleeth the light, even that little bitty light from that candle.
Yep.
So,
And that's what we're to do, is shine our light.
yes. So, you have within you the capability of projecting light. I want you to think about that. If you close your eyes and you think about yourself and you keep thinking about yourself, pretty soon you start glowing in the dark. How's that for making the darkness flee the light?
Like
I
having
kinda-
a light bulb inside of you, right?
It's much more than that. It is your spiritual self lighting up, ready to
That's
go.
what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Could I say something, please?
No.
Speak. Okay. Heck with you. Okay, the show's over. I'm done.
She can turn me off at any time. I gotta get my zingers in once in a while.
I just wanted to add that, one of the meditations that I do is imagining the white light from your chest and then having it go up all the way, up into the cosmic area and then all the way down to the core of the earth. And just, it's all white light to for protection and for removing any negative attachments or any of that kind of thing.
Good
We should all
suggestion.
we should all get together. Every one of us, everybody can hear this, everybody that wants to, and have a light session. Ooh,
Ooh,
that's where everybody thinks.
We could do that.
we
That's
could.
what
Why
everybody
not?
thinks. And you envision the utopia. That's the field of flowers with the butterflies and little kids and happy people. Anyway, the neat part about this is that if you want to throw scalding water on things that ain't right, one thing you can do is laugh in its face. That does a number on them. And the second thing you can do is turn your light up and you envision your light. You just get a picture of it. And it gets bigger and brighter and better, and woo. Eventually, miles and upon miles of darkness has to go somewhere else. It cannot handle this. Now, that will do great things for the planet. Just if it's just that simple. You can go to the core of the earth, you can go to the cosmos, you can go whatever. Just personally, those people who are not proficient, oh wow, it's real simple. You just envision the light coming up in the room, brighter and brighter and brighter. Ooh.
Exactly. And just based on what you just said too, everything that we think and do right now will materialize in our immediate future very soon. So this is why it's so important to purify our thoughts, to think of what we want, not what we don't want, not to concentrate on all the collapsing of the 3D matrix, because it's collapsing in many areas. Anyway, and concentrate on what we want. A beautiful future, a beautiful what did you call it, Drake? The the field, like the flowers and butterflies.
Yeah, the pasture, the
The free range, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you
I
want,
had to throw that in there.
if you want your freedom and you want your kids to be free and you want to have what should be had by everybody,
Everybody.
and it don't matter if you're a silly old man like me or some kind of astute person that knows everything there is to know. Ooh, I wonder who that might be. Doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter what you've done in the past. You can have a most immediate effect by turning up your light.
Definitely. Shine your light. If
When you
everybody
do
did that, can you imagine?
Well,
All of our auras would all connect and we'd come together, right?
yes. And I can put out a call to enhance what we're looking to do. If you'd like to do that, Gail, let me know.
Oh, definitely. We'll definitely do that. And we'll do it
And
very
the
soon,
the chat agrees. I asked them if they would like that, and they're saying yes.
Okay. Then
good. That
we need to pick a day and a time.
we'll call it Shining Your Light.
Okay.
When?
Yes, everybody knows and that the title will be Shining Your Light. That's cool.
What day? Come on, Gail.
Yeah.
What day?
Okay. Well, let me look at my calendar,
She's
Drake.
grabbing her calendar. She's grabbing her calendar, boy, oh boy.
No, I have. Let's see. Today's Monday, right?
Yeah.
Well,
And
we could do it. We could do it Wednesday if you want.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it this week, Wednesday?
We should do it in the afternoon. About well, no, evening, early evening. About 5 o'clock your time. Will that work?
That's 8 o'clock our time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that works for you on the 7th?
I don't know what the date is. Good grief.
Well, I'm looking at my calendar. It's Wednesday the 7th. I think we are in September now already, right?
Yeah, it'd be the 7th.
Yeah,
came up
13.
fast.
Yeah, Michael Sullivan, 13 moon calendar is a calendar we should have been using forever.
Anybody who has a light to shine, and everybody does, might be dim. It doesn't matter. Shine it anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can, if you want to scald something and you throw boiling water on it, it might work, and then again it might not. The light deal always works.
Wow.
It makes
You
sense.
can get immediate results. I mean, it's real immediate results with this sort of thing. One of the things that I have participated in was a light festival. And I designated that we cut all of the satanic powers to these people that don't deserve to have any powers at all.
Yeah, right. Which is all of them.
They had they had serious problems. They were their lights would go out while they were driving down the freeway, and they'd run off the road into the desert. The light would go out while they were trying to use the toilet, and they would pee on their foot. You know, you think of anything nice that could happen to these people, and there it is. Now,
If somebody left the toilet seat up and they went to sit down, or fell in.
That hurts.
I got one over here that says Mary Finney. So many people calling Trump out on vaccines. Well, here's the deal.
Don't use that word.
Well, forget it. You know, change it.
Yeah, we can't. That's a very touchy subject right now. I don't
Say
want my
Orange
channel
Man
taken
or something.
down.
Do who? Would you say,
Orange
Doc?
Man.
Orange
Orange
Man.
And not that other word with the V.
Okay.
That's just gonna get me in
You
trouble.
want me to use the word with the S about? You want me to use a bullet? Bang.
The S without the
Anyway,
E. He uses the selection instead of the E word.
many people are calling out the orange man on these bangs. Is the truth finally coming out? Okay, well, let me express this to you so you get it. You got one set for people like Mr. T, and you got another set for everybody else. Guess what we got? The bogus second set. I said a whole bunch of things and I didn't say anything, and I didn't. Anyway,
Oh, well, you can be more specific. We just
no, I
need people
can't.
certain-
You have to
oh,
watch
okay.
the words. That's all.
The
Just
No,
pick
actual
the
word,
word.
because it's the
I got,
word that triggers the algorithm of the AI.
I feel like a guy on Outnumbered. I got
Aw.
two ladies beating me over the head.
Aw, we love you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my marbles and go home. Let's see here. I
Oh, you
got
tease us, we got to
disconnected.
tease you back.
What do you mean you got disconnected? That's a dot connector. You connect. You can't get somebody that's a
I
connector
know.
can't get disconnected.
I love it.
Ooh, careful
I
with
have a
that.
lot of chats up
Oh, yeah.
here.
Oh,
Trying
this
to
is
look
this is one I got to address.
Yeah, here's
Some,
one. This is what she could have said. Okay, she's right. That's the way you can do it.
Well, try
at
this.
it.
Some are saying Lucifer was killed this week. Well, no, I know that entity, and it wasn't killed. So wherever it came from,
Well, maybe they killed an illusion,
Wait, who are we talking about?
Lucifer,
Oh, you know who said that? I know who said that.
Alabar. It was Alabar, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Alabar. It was someone
He's
who
in,
says he does astral traveling. There's like teams that go around and try to mitigate some of the problems we have. Let's say that.
from the Cabal, yeah. And well, he has others that verify that he does that, so I don't think he's lying. But I think what
ooh,
has happened and happens to other people is sometimes. I mean, these entities are capable of these entities are capable of a lot of different things, and
Yeah, and deceiving people perhaps.
exactly.
You know, I'm not
I
going
mean, they
against
can
the
have
guy. I'm
it's
just saying
shape shifting type stuff, CGI type stuff. You
yeah,
might have thought you
illusion.
killed somebody and it was a hologram, that kind of thing.
Right,
That's what
right,
I'm trying
right,
to say.
right.
was
Exactly.
there
I
a
agree.
battle over Arizona a few days ago? No, it wasn't a battle. It was more like some idiot decided they were going to shoot at an ET and it didn't work out well.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't even see that, and I'm in Arizona, so
This is
okay.
in the chat. Is it? I truly believe political ETs. Okay, maybe ETs are going to be part of the group. I can tell you that. Great Creator is just pure love. The Great Creator is more than that. Uh-oh.
Yes, Trump is a
Two
clone.
different Lucifers, one named Inky and one is named Lil. No, sorry, that's not correct. You got one Lucifer. Da, 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 da.
Well, Lucifer's a totally different entity than
Well, I think
Enki or
some of
Enlil,
the
isn't it? Or what?
they have taken on different names over time, I
Even
believe,
in
to
that,
try to fool
yes,
people.
and
You
it's
know what I
still
mean?
the same entity, only different name.
Correct.
Okay, you got here's one. Is Nasara happening this year? Nasara is a part of the GCR, Global Currency Reset.
Here's a good question for you. Will they ever announce the? Will they
What?
ever announce? Oh, it's the wrong one.
Was Darker World taken out in
God darn it!
19?
I had it and it moved. Will
Queen's
they?
death.
Yes, that's what I was trying to
Okay.
put up there. Thank you.
Will they ever announce the death of the Queen of England?
I mean, she's already dead,
No.
and they keep acting like she's not dead.
They can't announce something that don't happen. Clones outlive most of their hosts.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna say nothing beyond that. You run like a bus and gather.
It'll be a big shock when we find out the truth, won't it?
Yes. And there is supposed to be This is shortly after the transition, a dump. And by a dump, I mean each individual will have the opportunity to take part in a class. And the funny thing about the class is that it's like the Matrix. You saw, oh, I don't know how to fly a helicopter, and then bingo, there we go. Then all of a sudden, within just a few seconds, she does. What I'm saying is, you're going to get a dump into your head when you watch this class about a whole bunch of things, and you will. It won't be painful, and what you'll be able to do is quite simply access the knowledge as if it had always been there, and use it to your advantage and others' advantage. Coming from the galaxy to help us, yeah, that's some of it. Sphere
Oh, fuck.
machine.
I guess this is a joke.
What
Drake,
is it
wait a
though?
minute.
I put the same thing in the chat just now. So funny.
Oh, what? You mean that what I just put up there?
Yes. Synchronicities all
We,
day.
we do that all the time.
I know.
It's funny.
I know.
Drake, what bug goes around like a bus, gathers people and eats them? I guess this is a joke. I hope there's an answer to that.
I'm not sure which one are we talking about here.
The one I got up there, it says, what bug?
I know, and there's several bugs. So which bug are you talking about?
Oh, I hope it's not mantids or any of those ant people.
Empowering and entering. Oh boy. It would cause calamity.
You're right, Tim Potter. There's a lot of that.
And
that's got to change. But anyway, well, Carlisle Reynolds, you put that up there. Now we want to know the answer.
Yeah.
Well, no fair giving us a question.
Candidly said an omnibus or an omnivore bus.
Good try.
Let me elucidate a little bit further. Finney says, Drake, why are they trying to make the population want to eat bugs right now? Because there's a chemical in there that ruins your brain.
Oh, great.
Any other questions? I'll answer them.
Is that chitin? Is that chitin, Drake?
I don't remember the name of the drug.
I know that's one of them. That it's not good for us at all. But anyway.
Oh man.
Anyway, much love and appreciation from Ireland. Hey, I got a little bit of Irish in me.
The other people underneath them. That sounds like the government as bug is what that sounds like.
That could be there. That might be a good answer. I still don't see an answer though. Okay, Carl, come on now. We want an answer.
Are we having fun yet? No.
Okay, well, I'm going to move on to the next one, and maybe an answer will pop up here eventually. This is, will the Backadoodle be gone soon, or the truth about it be put out?
You got less than 28 days.
Okay.
All of the stuff that's negative will be negated, meaning that any side effects and this and that will go poof and disappear into the night.
Oh, she doesn't know what bug.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
That's too funny.
Okay, where are we now?
Hit the like. I don't have a like button.
Yeah, hit that like button, people, please. We have 315 watching. Woohoo! Let's hit that like button.
Spike protein contamination. Yeah, well, spike protein is a derivative of the vax.
Yeah, and nobody's really talking about it.
Yeah, they're not talking about it much anymore at all. And I know that they were trying to line people up for another one of those with that monkey. with that monkey thing that they talk about.
But it
which
is a
which-
thing, isn't it? I mean,
which is actually caused from the
There's-
very thing that they had before.
There
Okay,
is
go
a way
ahead.
to mitigate all of this stuff. Host defense, vitamin D, and dandelion take care of the basics.
there's a product in the Modexus line called Longevity, which has a lot of glutathione in it, which helps you tremendously for inflammation.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And it has
And-
other product ingredients like zinc and mullein and everything else to work synchronistically together to help your metabolism and fight it off.
Exactly.
The
Thank you for
Holy
bringing
Spirit,
that up.
now, this has got to add.
What was this?
Well,
Somebody said watermelon is a good source for glutathione.
I think, yeah, I
never knew
think
that.
there's, yes, I think I read that someplace before too.
Thank you, New England Dirt Roadie.
And not only that, it's not only good for that, it's also very alkalinizing
because it's a
and
lot of water
and
yeah.
hydrating. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's an excellent.
and it's
Try this.
delicious.
you want to get into religion? Drake,
Okay.
the Holy Spirit is our mother God, said he works for our marriage, just like you do in heaven. I hate to blow your bubble, but there is only one God. Just one. That's the creator. Why does vetting woman?
Prime creator, right? Source is another way of putting it.
Uh-oh.
No,
Somebody's having connection issues.
Where?
Maybe that
Who?
would be. I don't know. It didn't say. It just says one of you's got a problem.
I got green bars here myself at the moment. We all do, actually. So
We're all
somebody's
doing good.
lying to you, Drake.
Uh,
Okay, here, I haven't heard this, but I'll put it up there. Many of us heard we were supposed to stay away from vax people on September 3rd. Was this a real thing to worry about? Well, apparently not. I don't think.
I don't know. That was 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I had heard that too. I think there was some fear of some 5
Frequency.
the 6th letter of the alphabet. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's something I like. Remember, we don't turn on the dark switch. We turn on a light switch. I think that's,
Oh, that's cute. Will the cost of homes and rent go down after the crash?
yes.
Substantially?
Yes, and it will change from what it is now to something different. We're going to do it Wednesday.
Somebody wants to know how tall the lion people are. Do you know any, Drake?
What?
Do you know any lion people in galactics?
Yes.
Lion galactics. How tall are they? Somebody was asking.
Well,
lost
there's a variation. You got ones that walk on all fours. They're not very tall. You got the ones that walk on hind legs, like we do, and they can be up to 12, 14 foot tall.
Wow. How much?
Yeah.
I want to, and we're going to increase in size too, aren't we?
Do what now?
I said we will. After all of this is said and done, we're going to increase in size too, aren't we?
Yeah. Not a lot, but some. Memorial Day. Thank you, veterans. MIA. Never forgotten, including to my Army Ranger son.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Here's somebody put this up, and I'm going to comment on it. I take about 6 to 8 grams of MSM throughout the day, and I wake up feeling 20 years younger. I love that stuff. It works very well for me too. Some of these things people have to try yourself and see if it does something for you, but give it a long enough trial period to be sure you know what's going on.
And wasn't that a prevalent compound in the Ambia Gold liquid nutrition?
Yes. Also the fulvic and humic
acid,
as well as MSM.
Yeah, good stuff.
Those are great products. I love those better than a lot of them because it's
all
liquid.
The ingredients are amazing.
They're liquid, so all you have to do is you can it's You drink it. You don't have
Is
a
Simon
supplement.
Parks? Is Simon Parks working for the CIA? Whoa.
Well, there's a lot going
Well,
on
and-
about him.
MI6 and and a number of others, from what I've been told. I don't know if it's true or not.
There's a lot of rumors going around about him.
You're going to have rumors on top of rumors and plots within plots, and I don't believe Trump is a clone. He's a higher dimensional being. Not exactly.
Well, okay.
Yes,
What?
go ahead.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I heard he was a mantid, but I don't know if that's true.
a mantid? Really?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that one. You know what I heard? I heard it was a lizard. I mean, they put everything out there. Let's face
That's
it.
crazy,
Yeah.
right? I mean, what are we
Yeah.
listening to, right?
Anyway.
Sometimes I wonder.
Well, they're filling us with as much disinformation as they possibly can.
Yeah, and everybody's getting confused about something here. RV, then the Sarah right after. Well, I hate to tell you, but the GCR combines all of it. Debt forgiveness and all that stuff. You'll see when it happens. Another guy, Lucifer, is an light entity? True.
Well, somebody wants to know this. I don't know. How are we going to be better off financially by Christmas with the RV and or Nasara or the GCR, whatever you want to call it? It's got to have a dozen different names. Drake?
The quantum banking system will resolve about 85% or thereabouts or more of the financial problems.
Okay.
Will
Will the med beds be ready to use this year or 2023?
That depends on whether or not you plug them in, don't it? If one falls out of the sky and lands in your garage, plug that mother in, jump on, and you be fine. You know?
Okay.
Stay with best.
Yeah, we have already
Could
one. I've heard that many times.
Arthritis in my knees. Yeah, it
I've
could.
been feeling that too. Yeah.
Well, host. Let's see here. I'll be right back. I gotta grab it.
This is something that I just put up there because it's important.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I put that up there for the purpose of informing people that because this is correct. Chlorophyll is one molecule different from human blood, magnesium versus iron. So it's a magnesium that's in the chlorophyll, and it's been used for transfusions in the past and during wartime when they didn't have anything else or enough blood. And right now, with the way the blood transfusion, I would be afraid to get any kind of blood transfusion. You need to be aware of this. You wouldn't want somebody's blood who's been vaxxed. So I would actually go for the chlorophyll if it was in such a situation where you needed that. Anyway,
yeah, and a lot of people don't think of that. You know,
no, exactly.
They schedule their surgeries or their knee replacement or, whatever they have to get, and I don't think many people are aware.
They're not, and that they also make them sign something when they have surgery, and it says something about you're okay with biologics, and it's their dirty way.
Are you serious?
Stealthy way of saying you're okay with them if they vax you while you're under, and you might not be. You got to read that very carefully.
Wow, that's crazy.
Look out
Well,
for that.
if you need a transfusion, there ain't no blood around. You can use carrot juice.
You can use chlorophyll.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. That's what's up there.
This product here, it's called Move Free. It takes care of problems. If people have further problems, add this Zyflamens. What it does is it causes any inflammation to be eased. Between the two, I don't have too many joint problems. What I do? Do what, Dot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you might want to type those names in or something. I don't know if you can.
I did.
Okay.
I was saying I probably should go through this whole chat and like make something, type it up, you know?
Well, this is one I've never heard before. Somebody says, Pudwhacker says, I heard Trump was related to Thor.
He is. Ooh, that'll start something. What?
Oh, Teresa has a great question.
Who does?
Teresa Gregory, she says, are there shiny new parts being installed on the frequency towers? Is this for our good? It looks as if the shiny new parts have been installed in Salt Lake where she is. You know anything about the
That's
towers?
interesting.
Yeah.
I know. Shiny new parts. So interesting. Do you know
Maybe
anything
to
about
mitigate
that?
it?
That would be nice if it's
Do you know
true.
anything?
Kofi D?
Are they putting anything on the frequency towers to mitigate frequencies that are bad?
Yes. And I'm going to say that it's part of the militia that's doing it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Thank them for us, please.
Yes. Oh, does Elon Musk have a computer chip in his brain already? You know, Drake?
If he did, we could turn him off and find out for sure.
He probably does. Or either that or his clone. Who knows?
I think he's a walking chip. Yeah, I think that too.
Slam chlorophyll. It's going out of style. What? Thank you.
All the prisoners technically related from both positive Gnostic Illuminati and negative Illuminati bloodline families. Kent Dunn said that in the past. Right, Drake? Yes, he said it, but he's not correct.
What did he say? I don't see that question. I can't keep up here.
Hold on. It's in the chat. It's just started. It's from G. All the prisoners are technically related from both positive Gnostic Illuminati and negative Illuminati bloodline families. Kent Dunn said that in the past, right? Yes, he said it, and he's got a problem with that. The thing is that those people who do positive things are of the positive bloodline. Those who don't ain't. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, where are
You
we?
don't want to get into oh boy. I was getting there, share my friends, 20 minutes. I really am.
So, Gail, you know how you were talking about the chlorophyll?
Yeah.
How do you take that? How do you supplement chlorophyll? Do you know?
Well, they have. Yeah, I have chlorophyll in my refrigerator, as a matter of fact. And when I make a green drink, I add a little dab of it. It's I don't know if you've ever used anything like blue-green algae or anything like that. The chlorophyll is like that, in that it gets all over your hand. I mean, it's messy stuff.
Well, actually,
but anyway, you can add a little bit. Yeah, I get it from pH Miracle, Dr. Robert
I'm gonna have to
Oyan.
check, because I remember the SOS I have from hemp paste, which is great. It's got all the greens in the world. I should check and see if it's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
see my message, Gail?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we're still under the 2 mark, but
I know. We're getting close.
We're getting close, yeah. So we're gonna have to be winding this up pretty soon, just so you're aware of that. So if you have any really burning questions, now's the time to ask.
The thing that bothers me about running out of time on your show is that I might turn into a pumpkin. I don't want to do that on camera.
In front of everybody.
Oh. I didn't mean
what's
to do
this
that.
now? Oh,
I'm sorry.
It is distracting, that's for sure.
I'm sorry.
Teresa Cameron's got one.
There it goes again.
The doctor and Wuhan are using vibration tone G with 100% cure rate.
What was that? I missed that one. Okay. I try to keep up here, but I can't. Somebody's asking, is Trump the same bloodline as Jesus?
The royalty in bloodline carries through no matter what. And it can be the line, it can be JC, it can be the creator,
Okay.
Zinc. Oh boy, zinc.
Zinc's very important.
Yeah.
And quinine water pushes the zinc into your cells.
You just
Yes.
take zinc and nothing can attach to your cells.
Yeah.
I
Like
guess
those nasty little critters that make you sick. If that's what it is, anyway. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if we got any more good questions in here.
Somebody's asking about walk-ins.
And walk-ins, or you get all the walk-ins you want. Can you meet me on the astral plane around midnight? No. I don't meet people on the astral plane if I can help it. It usually ends up in a fight, and that's something I want to avoid.
Let me see.
You're gonna make the media to tell the truth. That's easy, man. That's the simplest question I've had all day.
Why? Okay, well, tell us then.
Well, it's real simple. You unplug their butts and ask them if they want to ever be back on again. Oh boy. Anyway, my wife occasionally drinks tonic water. That
Yeah,
has
so do I. So does Gail. The Q tonic water we get.
Yeah, I like the Q one. That's
Because
a
it
good
has
one.
less
And
sugar in it. So it's more
the
effective.
neat part about it is you add zinc and host defense to all that. It really does a number on things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
I just pushed. Yeah, there's numerous people that have had wonderful results with that for a number of different things. Okay, let's see. Okay, Budwhacker.
Bragg apple
Dre,
cider vinegar.
how are they going? This is a good question. How
Where?
are they going to make the media tell the truth?
Well, it's simple. You want me to unplug you and you never get back on again, or do you want to be on and tell the truth? And you got a hold of the plug in your hand at the time that you asked that. See what I got? Well, no, don't do that. No, 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 no. Can't
Yep.
you just hear? Can't you just hear the cries?
Okay. A lot of people are asking about Kim Guggen. Again, I don't like to talk about other people on the show. I just don't like to do that. But anyway, she said that Mr. T was dead.
No.
And that's obviously disturbing to people. Maybe it's a different timeline. Is that possible? Or is that just a blatant outright lie?
Move Free is one of the ones I said, and Zyphomend is the other one.
What are you answering to?
Well, boy, they move it.
They move it so fast. I know. I can't keep up with it. I try to put it up there if that's something we need to cover, but
I'm throwing some in. Okay. Trying to go fast here.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
Budwhacker must have sent you an email that you never answered, Drake.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You're in therapy? Well, I suggest going to the toilet regular. Hey, come on now.
Oh my God.
Some people
We're of the opinion that some people are putting out disinformation. Oh, as well
You're
as
going to find that the disinformation is going to blossom. It's huge.
the disinformation.
Yeah, disinformation. You're going to have more lies and other things going on. Is really, humans realize mystery of God? No, there's no mystery. You might not understand how he does what he does, but he isn't a mystery. At least not to me, anyway.
Anyway, that is that particular link that I put up there. That is for the products longevity and lift, and relieve is another product that they have.
pain.
That's what we were
Yeah.
talking about, and it really
Uh-huh.
works. I had a shoulder that wouldn't move, and nothing was working, and I actually tried it, and I was surprised because it was the best thing that I worked. And then this is the hemp paste. For that.
Yeah.
So many people have had wonderful results with that. And then the other one is the black gold and Legit, and I love it. I take that every day. So anyway, and then here's another one, and I'm going to be having a show with these people at some point in time. The Ambaya Gold, the liquid high frequency nutrition supplements. I think they're some of the best. And anyway, I just want to put that up there and out there. So, do we have any more questions? We're at 1 hour 45 minutes, so pretty soon we're
Okay.
going to have to.
A serious, powerful frequency went off on the third one. What was it?
1 hour 45 minutes, so pretty soon we're going to have to.
Ooh.
Whoa, what's that?
On the third one.
Why are we having a double sound now all of a sudden? Whoa, what's that?
Oh, maybe it's me. I'm
What?
sorry. That I opened a new window because don't worry
Not
about it.
good. Not good.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean it.
Gail just got lost her mind, man. You got to watch that stuff.
I thought it was me.
know.
I was trying to figure out what I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was me.
I was happy to know that it wasn't me.
A seriously powerful frequency went off on the third. What was it? It was nearly unbearable. That's a frequency from the sun.
Yeah.
That's what you
And-
experienced. I felt it, but I ignored it.
There's a lot
Boy,
going on with
yeah.
the sun. Well, I think we've pretty much.
You do.
It's almost 1:50, so I think we're going to have to call it a day, call it a wrap, and we'll be back on Wednesday evening to do a light show.
Light show.
A light show.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a spiritual light show and blast all the woolly buggers into the whatevers.
That's right. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll talk before that, okay, Drake? And
Max Planck
figure out-
second. Yes. Oh,
let's see what this one last thing.
yeah, finally have a
When will humanity finally have a major reveal from Mr. T of something to the public? Is that going to happen pretty soon? The public's
Yeah.
going to know more very soon, right?
I
Before
think
the
so.
end of the year. Would it be
It's gonna
safe? Would it be safe to say before the end of the year?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, a lot. I mean, and then it'll just keep coming out too, more and more, because there's so
People are going to
much.
be surprised what they find out about Mr. T.
I mean, you're saying that's a
Well,
good,
I
right?
don't know about y'all, but I was tired out, and I had oh boy.
And we're heading out. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Drake, for your time and energy, and thank you, Dot Connector, Christine, for your help and your input as well. Always welcome. And thank you, listening audience. I appreciate your participation. I think it makes everything so much more fun. Thank you for coming. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
We'll stand. We'll stand. We will stand. Standing tall.